up, everybody? Another edition of 11 Live. Happy Tuesday night. I'm Ian Gilmour. It was a busy week. 3 games in 8 days. We're into the next round of the U.S. Open Cup, which is very exciting. Traveling to the Columbus Crew in a couple of weeks. That was the highlight of last week. Another highlight was we finally saw a team that was pretty healthy, although the legs were a bit tired after 3 games in 8 days. But one of the main players we've been missing out because of injury is Robby Dambrot, and he joins us today on 11 Live. Robby, it's been great to see you back on the field, man. I know this rehab process has been frustrating for you in the last month or so, but how do you feel, I guess, physically right now? Do you feel like you're back to 100%?
Getting there for sure. I'm feeling way better and just pushing the fitness every day, trying to get back to where I was before the injury. So
that's kind of well, I guess with this team, it's not only new for everyone else, but it's new for you as well. As one of the guys that came in halfway through last season, I think you're in a unique situation because I think Mark knew he wanted you around for this season and wanted to make sure he got you as soon as he could. As this team has started to come together, and now as you've played competitively with them on the field, I guess what are your thoughts early in the season on how this team has gelled through not only the off season, but as we've gotten into the regular season as well?
no, I think we've come together really well. I think it's a great group of guys, as a lot of people have pointed out. I think everyone gets along great and works well together on the pitch. You can see the vision, and I think we're really close to becoming a really dangerous team in this league.
The way that Mark likes to play his fullbacks, I think you and Eunice are probably two of the best picks in the entire league he could go with. Knowing that there's a guy just like you all the way on the other flank of the field, I guess, playing in the attacking way that you do, I guess, what does that bring you? What does that bring the team?
No, I think it's just exciting to know that, you can attack down both flanks, and 2 guys who are willing to do the work to get up and down the field to do their jobs. And I think Eunice is top class at that. So it's fun to have someone like that on the other side of the field that can just go. And you look at him and he never looks tired. So that's been really inspirational for me as I'm trying to get my fitness back to 100%.
Yeah, not easy to do either when you're bombing up that flank all 90 minutes. I just as like a neutral, I just love watching you play, not only just the game, but the position you do. I think the best way to kind of like describe the way I see you play is just like sometimes just, hey, F it, we ball. And you're kind of, just doing things spur of the moment. Where did that sort of attitude of, going at 100 miles an hour and just giving absolutely everything, where did that sort of come from for you? Has that always been a way you've played?
I think so, yeah. I think when I was a kid, I come from a big basketball family. So my dad used to always say to me, he's like, listen, I don't know if, at least early in my soccer career, he's like, listen, I don't know if you're playing well, but I can always tell when you're playing hard. So he always emphasized that from a young age with me. And so I've always just been kind of run through walls and see what happens type of guy.
Speaking of that too, we saw it literally the first time you joined us, this goal you had against San Antonio at home. Do you kind of remember anything? Do you black out when you do something like that and beat 2 guys after a slide tackle to score a goal? What memories do you have of that exact moment?
No, I think it was during a good stretch run for our team. I think we had 3 games in a week, similar to like what we just had, and we played 2 top opponents, Louisville and San Antonio, and then away at Detroit. So it was a tough 3 games, and we walked away with 7 points. So I was just happy to kind of do my job in that moment and get the goal. So no, I didn't completely black out, but I think instinct kind of at that point for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. That was the first time your parents were there in person when you were playing for Indy, right?
Correct.
And so that was the celebration running over to them?
Yeah, just had to give them a point because they made the trip, so it had to give back to them a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So for those of you that don't know, Robby's dad, Keith Dambrot, is the basketball coach for the men's team at Duquesne. Was the coach at St. Vincent St. Mary's when LeBron James was there. I know you were pretty young at that point, Robby, but did you ever get to meet LeBron?
Yeah, had a few run-ins with LeBron over the years for sure.
That's pretty cool. Being not only from the same hometown, but your dad was his coach as well. Coming up in that sort of environment with dad as a coach, what sort of values and what things do you think you got from that life experience that you wouldn't have if he wasn't, a big time coach?
Yeah, I think growing up as a coach's son, you always kind of see things a little differently. I think he kind of holds you to a different standard. Like I said before, like he may not have known soccer, but he knows what it takes to advance in the sport, So if I wasn't doing the things or he just kind of instilled those habits in me to keep pushing and keep making it to the next level and what it took to do that. So I think I was super blessed to have a coach as a father.
Him being, super devout basketball guy, how'd you end up playing soccer professionally?
Yeah, no, it's funny because his dad was a basketball player. His dad's brother was a big time basketball player. And then my dad played baseball in college. A lot of people don't know that, but he played baseball in college and became a basketball coach. And then I become a soccer player. So we're just kind of confused as a family, I think, and just, I don't know.
Well, it's good to do all your own things. It's cool to see it, going in different directions. Not only, you've played for some really, really impressive names of coaches too. Jared Embick, Jay Vidovich, Bob Lilly, and now you add Mark Lowry to that list. I'm sure the experiences with each one of them was different. But what is it like when you're playing for coaches that are so well respected and even ones like Mark who's on the younger side of things, up and coming, but you can't deny his footballing genius is there too. When you're playing for all these different coaches, do you just try to pick up on everything they're telling you and be a sponge? And how difficult is that when they're probably bestowing a ton of knowledge upon you?
No doubt. I've been super lucky throughout my career, both college and professionally, to play for some top coaches, and they all kind of see the game a little differently, but have a lot of things in a lot of them. So yeah, just kind of pick up what you can from each one of them, and obviously try to implement it into your game and take it with you. And I've been trying to do that since I stepped foot at Akron, and from there.
When you were at Akron under Jared Embick, you were teammates with one of the guys you're teammates with now, Aiden Quinn. I know it was only a year, right? I think, but in that year, I guess, how did you guys sort of become friends, and what's your relationship like now?
No, we got super close in that he was just there for a semester, I think, because he was a senior when I was a freshman, and then he was kind of back training with us in his off seasons. He'd come back and train, and so we got closer during that time as well. I think it's been really cool to reconnect with him and play with him competitively once again at this level.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of touched on it before. Your arrival to Indy was a little unique in the middle of the season, and you're back for this year again. What have you sort of taken away from your last 8-9 months here in the Circle City, both on the field and off of it?
No, I think I've just got to roll with the punches. Things kind of pop up that are out of your control, and you just got to kind of roll with it. Like the tonsil situation last year, and the foot stuff going on this season. I think it's a really supportive club and a really competitive club. So it both from their end, they're giving me what I need to come back quickly, and on my end, I want to get back and help the team as soon as possible. So I think me as a professional just trying to do all the right things, and them giving me all the tools I need to be able to do it, and do it quickly and safely and healthily. So I think it's been a really good experience, and just rolling with the punches.
Shout out Josh too as well.
Yeah,
Josh Franco,
no doubt.
Athletic trainer, always helping guys get back to fitness. So we sat down with you and Jonas last week doing some fun video board content and shooting. You two are roommates. Let us in on Jonas as a roommate. What is Jonas Fieldberg like as a roommate? Is he sitting by you?
He's sitting about 10 feet from me right now. He's actually been pretty well behaved during this interview, so I'm impressed. No, he's a great roommate. He's super clean. He's fun. We hang out all the time. So, situation we have over here.
Yeah, and the chemistry between you two it's increasing too. You guys were playing the game where you're trying to say the same word, and you got it in 2 tries. So that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, not bad.
Well, Robby, that's all I got for you. But again, just great to see you back on the pitch, my friend, and I can't wait to see what you and the guys do the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me in.
All right. Cheers, Robby. All right, everybody. So I got to get my dates right. So 2 weeks from now is the week we play Columbus. So 11 Live tentatively scheduled for that week, but not sure. We might have to move that depending on game day, game time, what travel situation is like. But next Tuesday, we will be back with another edition of 11 Live. Thanks for joining.